So, what's going on, guys? In front of me is the crude oil market, and as you can see, we are here retesting these highs um, of July 2021. Now, we clearly have been on uptrend since March last year. Here, if we adjust this trend line just a little bit, we are heading to the upside. Now, if we just quickly add some indicators to make it more visible where we are standing at the moment. So we are at 75 at the moment, and it looks like we can or we could or we should break here since the momentum is pretty strong for now. We are here going higher. Another resistance line or the next one would be here around, what is this, 76. So more or less we have one more dollar to go to the upside. Now what I see is happening here is that we will try to break here, and maybe we'll struggle a bit and stay here, but at this point doesn't really matter what happens exactly here at this point. If we break this or one of these resistance lines here, if we draw them like this, here this one, and let's say the second one would be this one, because here at the moment we are kind of, well, not really struggling because the market will open in 2 hours. So this is where we can see a rally to the upside. But nonetheless, it looks to me, if we take a back, if we um, make some kind of pullback adjustments, we always more or less have the same pattern here that goes on and on. So roughly 15 to 20. So about here is the 3rd February to the 4th March. So roughly most of the time somewhere between 3 and 4 weeks is until we see kind of a pullback here again. So here it was, depends where exactly we start, but 5th, 6th January until here, whatever we take, 27, 28, 29th January, so roughly 25 days, 3 to 4 weeks here again. If we take this one, 2nd, 1st, 3rd February until here, 3rd, 3rd March, so roughly 30 days. Here again, the same, and this is what happens all the time, or at least it has been happening for the last couple of months. So here again, 24th March to 18 June, roughly 24 days, 25, whatever, 24th, 21st June to 20th July, which is roughly a month. Here again, 20th July until 20th of August, again 1 month here, 23rd August to 30 and 13th September, which is roughly 20 days. And what means is that here, if we take one of these here, 8th, 9th, 10th September, and add 25 days, which would be here around this corner. So if we adjust this real quickly again, it will mean that we will here see kind of pullback. What is today? Today is the 27th. So we start 7, 8, 9, 10 here somewhere. So roughly 20 to 30 days, which is around 30th is the 20th day. So if we take 25 days in the middle, it would be somewhere around here, 5th October. So this is where here we will likely see a pullback somewhere, maybe to one of these lines here. Hard to say at the moment. We could maybe even drop lower. We could retest this area here or this one here, or maybe even this one here. So we will likely fall lower to one of these areas. For now, that may not be that important, but what I'm trying to say is that we will here have a bigger kind of pullback, which is what happens usually here. If we check it, it's always roughly a couple of dollars. I mean, here it was almost $10, here again $10. So usually we see a pullback of a couple of dollars, which means if we get here rejected by 75, 76, couple of dollars would be this support line here at around 72, 71, and the next one would be at around 69. So of course it depends how far we rally, because the difference might change according to that. But what I wanna say is that here is where we somewhere will see a move to the downside in the next, well, 1 to 2 weeks. So somewhere in the middle, I said 5th of October, which would be next week. Starting next week. So this week we could still rally maybe to a 76, 77 higher area that we didn't reach yet, or we could struggle to break one of these resistance lines and then pull back. So for now, crude oil is going up, obviously. Now, if we take a look at natural gas, so natural gas as well as crude oil is obviously a fossil fuel, and thus it's just that crude oil is a fossil fuel in liquid form, and this here is natural gas is a fossil fuel in gas form, but it is both made out of oil, fossil fuels, and thus they are used in a similar way, and thus they are having similar momentum patterns. Um, as we can see here now, crude oil is going higher, and thus is natural gas. And obviously, as I said last time, we are here breaking, or we are here going higher after we here retested this support line, which was the 20-day EMA. So here we broke this trend line quite a bit. We retested this trend line, reverse trend line, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. And here we are going higher. So we will continue this trend, obviously, since oil will go higher as well. And we might retest the $6 area. And again, starting next week when oil starts turning around, and this is also where natural gas could come and see a pullback again. So maybe again to retest this area here. So it will look something like this, maybe, if I just quickly get rid of all of these indicators. So here is the $6 area, and we would here go pull back, maybe to retest. I mean, this circle could be way higher. And maybe we could then continue to go higher or turn around. But for now, natural gas is expected to go higher. Here, usually this pattern, when one of these indicators, the CCI, and let's add the MACD as well. Here, the MACD as well will likely here see a turnaround and go lower, while the trend of the market and the candlesticks is going higher, or rather, if the trend here is going lower, the market here is going higher. It's just as simple as that. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart, you can see here we reached 0.6 on the MACD, and we are here breaking higher, and which means we will likely break 5.6 and go to 6, which means, if I remember correctly, there was a trend. Was it this one? Nope. Just let me find it quickly. Here, this one, I think it was. Was it this one? 5012. Yeah, I think it was this one. So we are here now at the moment at 0.6 MACD, and which is roughly this area also, concerning the price at around 5.5 US dollars. And we saw here an uptrend, a smaller one, which is this one here, at around 0.5. Looking at the MACD, and suddenly we saw a boost way back up to the, well, to the 1011 area, 10.5. And here we saw a smaller pullback after retesting this 5.6 area. So this is where we are now. You see this MACD cross, this is what is about to happen right now, somewhere at 0.5, which is this one. You see this pullback here lasted for about 2 to 3 weeks. We are here now somewhere, which means in the next 1 to 2 weeks we will here see a pullback, maybe to this resistance line here that we formed, and then suddenly we went all the way higher. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. About 2 months later, 2.5 months later, we rallied to 10, and this is something that we could see here now as well, because here this is the 0.5 area on the MACD. This is here, which here looks pretty big, but compared to this area here, it is pretty small, and it is exactly what we are forming here right now, 1 to 1 basically. So we are here at the 6 areas, which means here in the next couple of, let's say, 10 to 20 to 20, 10 to 14 days, we will here go higher, maybe to 6 somewhere, see a pullback then for the next 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, and then we might, so here, retest this area, which was the same as back in, this was 2000, September 2000. So wait, let me just check again. So you see here, September 2000, October, which would even be the exact time in autumn that we are seeing right now. So 1 to 1, I would copy this trade, just simple as that, just 1 to 1. September here, October going down a bit. Well, now my drawing is a little bit out of hand, but because I thought this was daily. So here, September, and then we see a pullback. So here for the next 2 to 3 weeks, next 10 to 14 days, we might go to 6, then see a pullback until maybe the beginning of November. So here somewhere, where is November? First week of November, we could see rally to higher highs. Let me just quickly draw this on the daily chart to make it more clear. So here, next 10 days, here see a pullback to November to this area and then go all the way up. So where is 6? Here is 6. This is where we will retest, fall back, and pull back. Exactly as we did in September 2000, October, and November. So this was the analysis for natural gas. Thanks for watching.